Teenage pregnancy is a global issue that affects millions of young girls every year. In many countries, it is considered a public health concern due to its negative impact on the physical, emotional, and social well-being of both the mother and the child. In this podcast, we will explore the causes and consequences of teenage pregnancy, as well as the prevention strategies that can be implemented to reduce its occurrence. My name is Nash Mavo, and you're listening to Raising Opinions, a podcast that focuses on providing awareness on issues youth face in health, business, and styles of living. Our topic today is teenage pregnancy. And to discuss this, I have hosted the Youth Secretariat members, Action for Health Uganda, who are leaders of YEX that coordinate youth empowerment activities in their districts. Join us on all our socials, Raising Opinions. Tell us, what's your opinion?
Well, teenage pregnancy here refers to when teens below the age of 19 years get pregnant. And in Uganda, it's estimated that on average 1,000 girls below the age of 19 get pregnant on a daily basis. And this is a serious problem because it has serious health impacts on the lives of young people.
Okay. So let's move on to Nambi Faith. Nambi Faith, are you there?
Yes.
What are some of the struggles that teenage mothers face?
As for me, they face a challenge of poor health-seeking behaviors to the health facilities, high death rate while giving birth, infections, loss of uterus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any challenges guys? Yes.
Okay. Samuel Graham is my name. So one of the other challenges our teenage mothers face is what we call maternal anemia. We have what we call discrimination and rejection by the society. Actually, this rejection can even go further to a family level where the parents can reject their girl because of the pregnancy. So I just had that. Maybe someone could add on.
Yeah, not forgetting there is some tendency of young girls, especially those ones who are not yet physically ready to get obstetric fistula, and this one can affect them. They can produce properly, but after there will be some release of urine and physical matter, which is also going to affect their life, and it can lead to death of a lot of young mothers.
Okay, maybe also I can add on. I'm Charles Wadada. Me, what I see or what I've seen in my community out there, I have seen that these teenagers, these young girls who get pregnant, they have what we call, they lack opportunities, job opportunities. As someone goes to request for a job, that person who has got a baby at an early age, it is challenging to them. They are neglected with job opportunities. They are chased away, and these people who are supposed to offer jobs to them, they think that, let me say, as if they're having their daughters, they think of these teenagers to destroy their daughters, as in creating some bad behaviors in their daughters.
Okay.
So I've experienced that. I've seen someone there she was neglected, she was rejected, and she was not given a job. So that's one of the challenge that I can talk of.
Okay. Yes, sir.
To add on that, I'm Okiru Edward once
Yes.
again. These teenagers go through a lot of trauma as they will take long to accept the change they have got in their life. Like when you are pregnant, you didn't expect it, but all of a sudden it happened. So they feel there is that trauma they go through from what they say, that the neglect, the rejection of all that. They take long to calm down and see what they can do next. So that is also an effect to them. Yeah.
Maybe another addition on that. I'll talk of the health facilities. These girls, the young girls that do get pregnancies at an early age, they get a fear in them of visiting the health facilities.
Bafuna okutya.
Yeah, bafuna okutya to go to the health facilities to acquire the services that they're supposed to get, because they do think that they will be seen in another way. So they think that they want to be given chances to get access to the services that they do need in life. Yeah.
Okay. So how can they get? How can basobola okutya okwo kubagibwamu kubatya?
Yes, okutya okwo kuyinza obagibwamu if at all we have some peer educators out there in the communities of the same age. I think they can talk to them, they can counsel, and if at all we have some health workers at the health centers who are youths, maybe they can also talk to them in a harmony way, so that they can get away with that fear to continue searching for the health services.
Then another question, I think it goes to you, Charles.
Yes.
Ki kireetera bano abaana abato okufuna embuto? What causes teenage pregnancy in these young people?
Teenage pregnancies, what could be the causes? I actually have a number of them, but I'll give out some and maybe my colleagues will add on. The first one, I'll talk of lack of education. Yes, lack of education. How? These young girls out there, so many young girls have not been provided with the right to be educated. Most especially in villages, these young girls have not been educated, and so due to that, these young girls see it as a chance of them engaging in either engaging themselves in marriage or looking for boyfriends that can give them some money, and out of that looking for the boys, of course, no one can give you money anyhowly. That boy will just request at least for something else for him to give you his money. Then another thing I'll talk of, I'll talk of the lack of information about the sexual and reproductive health and rights.
Talk about that.
Yes. These young girls or these teenagers, they lack information about sexual and reproductive health and rights in their communities.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll first and foremost thank our donors, Action for Health Uganda, for they have done a lot, at least to see that these teenagers get information about sexual and reproductive health and rights, but still in other areas where they are not working from, where they are not operating from, there is that problem. These girls lack information. They lack information. No one can tell them that, you know what, these are the challenges that you get after getting pregnant at that early age. No one can tell them that, when you get when you get pregnant, you'll be going into these bad effects. So I think the youths there, more so the girls, they lack information about the SRHR. Yeah. This will be my last point. My colleagues will add on.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll talk of the family and community pressure to marry. How? Some families they are greedy over money.
Okay.
Yeah, they are greedy over money, and some families, for them being with a girl child at home, they see it as an opportunity of becoming rich. Yeah, balowooza kwe bagenda okukola ki? Okugaggawalira. And so omwana aweza myaka 15, 16, they start okumussaamu endowooza y'okukola ki? Ey'okufumbirwa. Naye abazadde tukivumirira ekyo. So they start encouraging the girl, you have to get married. Batandika n'omugamba, we have no food here for you, get someone, of which it is too bad. So due to that high pressure omwana gy'afunye from the family, atuuka n'abeera nga she's exhausted, akooye embeera gye bakola ki? Gye bamussaako. So what comes out, of course, she gets a boyfriend. After getting a boyfriend, the boyfriend will do the other things around. The girl will get impregnated. After getting impregnated, the girl, omulenzi agenda kumugoba at the end.
And remember, he comes back at home.
Yeah.
Where they send him to the boyfriend.
Of course. So that family pressure to the girl related these teenage pregnancies. So I really don't agree with that. Action for Court Uganda. Thank you.
Yes. Do we have any? Yes.
Yes, I do. My name is Joram once again. Another issue to add on from my brother's opinions is sexual violence. Sexual violence, we are having incidences where these girls are raped, where these girls are defiled, where we are having incest, sex with their relatives. We are having some people in the families who do not behave. For example, when an uncle has come to visit and there is a teenage girl around home, then the uncle ends up seducing this girl into sex. The girl not like you really willing to do it, but this is an uncle, a brother to my mother. You get? When I talk about it, mom would be annoyed. When I mention it out, the family is going to break up. So the girl ends up being violated sexually, and at the end of the day, you might find she becomes pregnant or even contracting STIs and STDs, including even HIV/AIDS. So the sexual violations in families and in our communities, you find the NRC1 chairperson has forced a girl into sex, but this is the person where they report to, or a police officer has done this to a girl. Where will she go? Because you find that during the day, this man is in uniform of security. I'm not saying that the police of Uganda, they are sexually abusing girls. And I'm just giving an example. That in case someone who has power, in case someone who is recognized in the society, the colleagues in the police are my friends. I've never had such an incident from them, and they can say something about it. But I'm just giving examples of such people in the community who are seen to be powerful. So they end up violating girls sexually, even at workplaces. Your boss forces you into sex. He finds you from the bathroom, or you've gone somewhere and makes you sit in his car, it forces you sex. So such sexual violations, and in most cases, these cases are not reported anywhere because these are bigger people in the community.
Okay.
The so-called sugar daddies, they are forcing girls into sexual activities. So this one is also a big cause of teenage pregnancies in the society. And then another one to add on, just I think to